All right, everybody, good to see you on the webinar tonight. Obviously, if you're here watching this video, myself or somebody else has invited you on this webinar to learn one thing, and that is learn how to trade in the foreign exchange and how to build a business while you're doing it. Before we get started, just want to introduce myself just really quick. My name is Patrick Kenny. I'm currently 23 years old, living in Phoenix, Arizona. I started trading when I was 17, back in 2013, 2014, and started a consulting business around trading in 2015. And in starting that, I've learned a lot of information about how to properly trade currency, how to run a business while trading currency. And what I want to do tonight is show you a couple of tips and tricks, tactics to enter both markets. Because what you're about to see tonight in a different shape and form, much more chiseled, was what was presented to me back when I was just graduating high school. That year I had made $12,000 the entire year. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was listening to my parents and going into college, getting a computer science degree, which, we didn't end up going that path. And, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with life at that point in time. And because of trading currency and because of starting my own business around it, I got myself through college, got a bachelor's degree in marketing, was able to be featured in Life Hacks, Entrepreneur, the Huffington Post, surrounded by business sort of articles, as well as make, I'm not going to say any claims today, but make a tad a little bit of money in the meantime and be able to really dictate my whole life. And so how we're going to run this call tonight is I'm going to start by sharing a couple different trade setups with you guys. So if you're on here, if you're brand new to trading, just ignore the beginning, but do listen because this is potentially what your future could be. If you're not new to trading and you're somebody that has traded in the past, I'm going to give you real-time ideas for you to take into account and hopefully make some money off of. And then after that, what I want to do is then flip the script and talk about FFX Academy, and talk about, building that brand, building that business into something that really started to really, catapult everything for me. So without further ado, let's hop into the charts. What I've been doing over the course of the last 3.5, 4 years is consulting. And one of the ways I consult people is not by just teaching them how to trade, it's by actually trading in front of them live. And so what I want to do tonight is share 2 trade setups that I think that in the next week can or have potential to make you guys some money. So again, if you're a beginner, this is a part where I would say just listen. If you're advanced, this is a part where probably grab a notebook out because I'm going to talk about different values in the market. And so the first trade I want to talk about specifically is Euro New Zealand. Now, for those of you guys that have been with me, you were in my live room last week or this week, you knew that we set a pending order. We have a small live room account we like to trade on, and we set a pending order on Euro New Zealand last week. What I want to do is just briefly go over why we traded Euro New Zealand last week, why we were able to set that pending order, and the current state of the order. So I'm going to go really fast through this because I do not want to waste more than probably 30 to 45 minutes or take 30 to 45 minutes of your time. I want to go through this really fast. And then at the end, I'll turn off the recording to be able to answer any questions specific to this. Fair? Everybody with me? All right. So first things first, when we discuss Euro New Zealand, one of the things that we talk about is defining trend. So for those of you guys that are a little bit more advanced and have a little bit more behind you, I guess, of expertise, what would you guys say is the predominant trend of Euro New Zealand as we speak? Bullish or bearish? Good job. Yeah, bearish. And so the first thing we do, whether it's in your head, on a piece of paper, the first thing I do is if I understand that we're in a downward bearish market, bearish meaning that overall this market has been working to the downside, the first thing I do is however I want to do it, but in my head, I want to tell myself I'm only looking for what are called short positions. Short positions are when you're selling a pair, selling the market. In the foreign exchange, we have a pair, and a pair comprised of 2 different currencies. What you're looking at right now on the screen is the euro against the dollar, okay? This is what euro against, that's my bad. I got ahead of myself. I'm about to show you euro dollar. Euro against the New Zealand dollar, Okay, that is what you're currently seeing on this chart. And when you are selling Euro New Zealand, that means that you're making money when the market goes down. And so what that means is that the second three letters have more strength. And so what you're doing when you're selling a currency pair is basically buying into the idea that the second three letters are going to have more strength than the first three. And so what I've done on Euro New Zealand is I have actually sold, I've opened a short position on Euro New Zealand. And what I'm predicting is that the New Zealand dollar will strengthen over the euro in the future. And anytime this market goes not up, but down, I will make money. So how did I come to that conclusion? How did I enter at this level, short Euro New Zealand, into profit in the live room in my consulting business? What I did first is I look for legs in the market. I look for sequences and swings. Everything I do in my head when I visualize the market is at minimum a 3-leg move. And so for those of you guys that are beginners, this is going to go right over your head, and that is absolutely okay. For those of you guys that are advanced, watch with me. This is a 3-leg move in the market. We always start, if we're bearish, at the very top. Notice this is the top of the picture. When we start at the top of the picture, okay, we always start at what we call an origin point. You can name it whatever you want, frankly. It's my name for it, and I call it an origin point. Essentially what this means is this is where I'm going to start my analysis from, and I'm going to pay attention to everything to the right of this red line, not the left. This is where I'm analyzing the market from. From there, what I do is I look for the market to make an obvious push. In this case, we're bearish. I'm looking for the market to make an obvious push to the downside. I think everybody can see that the market made an obvious push down, 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 down until this point here. So I'm going to make a second line. Okay, that is our second point. We start at origin, and then all we do is we count up from 1. So we went down, 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 down. We count up from 1. So we add 1. Then all we do is we go to the next extreme point. Up, 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 up. Extreme point. This is now point 2. Okay. Now this is the beginning of our trade analysis. What we're doing is we're figuring out if the market, since it is bearish, has more room to grow. What I mean by that is, does it have more room to go to the downside? And so what I do to look at that is I first look at point 1. Has point 1, I want you all to answer this in the comment section. Has point 1, where my crosshairs are at, you see that white line going across the bottom of the screen there. Has point 1, the bottom, been broken by this? Has it been broken? It has, by that wick. Just barely, but it sure has. That is the first key to your success in the market. Seeing the fact that it has been barely broken. Once you know that it's barely broken, that's allowing you to move to your next step. Your next step is opening your Fibonacci expansion level. This is a tool that is in MetaTrader 4 or inside of something like TradingView or even different platforms that I can show you later this evening in this video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my Fibonacci expansion. I'm on MetaTrader 4 right now. If you don't have it, you can always right-click, go to Customize. It'll be under the Available section. You'll click it and put Insert to the selected ones. Notice I have it now. What I'm now going to do is click and drag from origin down. Okay? And you'll notice right here, there's a white dot there. There's a white dot there. There's a white dot here. You want to make sure that this white dot is sitting on the tip of origin. This white dot is sitting on the tip of 1. And this white dot is sitting on the tip of 2. Okay? From there, what it has done is it has spit out a couple different values. You will notice that it has spit out a 61.8 level and a 100 level. Now, just as a basic terminology to get, for the sake of time, I'm just going to quickly explain what this 100 level and 61.8 level means. All this means is that when you reach this 100 level, if the market decides to drop to this level, that the market at that point is perfectly symmetrical. All that means is the length of this swing from origin to 1 is identical to the pip from 2 to the 100 level. Notice how this length and this length are strikingly similar. It's because they're identical. So in short, the 100 level is the exact point that is just a measurement, okay? So if we go from origin to 1, I'm looking at those numbers in the middle. Notice that in the middle it says 1, 5. Some of you guys might be on a phone, by the way, so I feel bad for you right now. If you're on a laptop, you can see this. But the middle numbers, I'll read it out loud for those that can't see. It says 15885. What that means is this swing is approximately 1,588 pips. Now, if I go from 0.2 down, guess what? Look what it says in the middle. Can anybody see what it says in the middle? 15885. The exact same number. What does that mean? At that point of 100, the market is exactly symmetrical. So what this tells us is that we have more downside to go. If you know that we have more downside to go, what do you guys think that you should do? Buy or sell? Exactly. You would look to sell to try to get into this profit area. So that's what we did in the live room. Okay, and we'll explain what a live room is in a little bit. But that's what we did. We took a 3-swing sequence, same strategy from what we just talked about. Now we have to do it in the reverse. Take notes. If we're on the bearish side from a target, you need to be on a 3-swing sequence on the bullish side. So what do? I find the bottom of the nearest pullback. Where's the bottom of the nearest pullback? Does everybody see it? Find the bottom of the chart. Right here. We do the same thing we just did, folks, except for now we're doing it the upside because now we're trying to find the optimal time to sell the market. So this now becomes origin, and now what we call this is our internal level. What you just saw me getting through was our external. This is now our internal, okay? Origin. And then we go and work our way up to 0.1. You work our way down to 0.2. Okay? And all I did is the exact same tool as the target. And look what happens. I'm just showing you guys this for intensive purposes. Obviously, it's not going to do you any good. I hope you're learning from this. But this is what happened. I put a sell limit at my 100 level. For those of you guys that are new, a sell limit basically says that I can put basically a pending order. I don't execute it, but if the market hits that price, it'll automatically, regardless of if I'm sleeping, eating, in a meeting, or doing whatever time it is, once the market hits that price, it'll automatically open a position for me. So what we did last week was we set the pending order there. As of today, we're up about 40 pips on that position because we have sold it. Now, what we did in this case, because we were only risking approximately 218 pips in this case, we looked at our reward potential. We go back to our external. The first thing we do is we look at the 61.8. If the 61.8 target point provides us a 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio, then we take it. If it doesn't, we target the 100. So what I did was I looked. We're targeting about 535. We're risking about 218. Is targeting 535 double 218? Yes or no? Is it at least double? The answer is yes. So we targeted our 61.8. You guys, what you just saw there really fast, obviously, is exactly what I do every single day with thousands of people all across the planet. I show them exactly what I'm trading day by day so that they can execute with me and make money from their smartphone, laptop, wherever they're from. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch gears to euro dollar. Euro dollar is in a similar but more advanced setup. Okay. Euro dollar, this position, for whatever reason, it's not showing my pending on MetaTrader 4 today. I am currently actually in this pending. Here is our positions, so you can write these levels down right now. In fact, what I'd like you guys all to do is write these levels down so I don't have to repeat myself later. write down entry. I'm going to type it in the comments. 1.1333. Stop loss, 1.145. Take profit. Oh, I'm sending it to somebody privately. That is my fault. All right, let me send it to everybody. How about? And take profit. 1.1042. Everybody see that? I guess don't comment till you get it all. Okay. Everybody see that? Okay, those are your levels. So now you don't have to ask me the question after. However, let's talk about how I got there. Same principle, same thing. We do this over and over and over again. So what we did was we found the top of the chart. Where's the top of the chart? Clearly, right here. This is our origin point, okay? It's a very repetitive process. Origin, expansion down. Here's point 1, followed by our pullback at point 2. From there, when we do that, guess what it does? Same thing as we saw in the last one. We're always trading on the daily or weekly time frame for this strategy for my liking, Rich. However, this exact strategy can be used on a 1 hour and 15-minute combo, 4 hour, 1 hour combo. It's all up to you and your sort of portfolio and what you like. I like longer term because I like my time freedom more than I like sitting on the charts all day. And I can make just as much money long-term trading. So right now we're on the daily time frame. And so you'll notice when I do this, again, this is the same thing. It's symmetrical. So origin to 1,262 pips. Point 2 now to this 100 level is, guess what? Again, 1,262 pips. You see that? So again, you're forcing symmetry. Forcing symmetry. And so what we did from there, this one again is a little more advanced, so don't let me get too far ahead of you, is we looked for it. However, when we looked for that 3-leg swing, we found that when we measured from here to here, the 100 level had already been met. And so this is a little more advanced, and that's okay. I'm going to catch you guys up to speed over time. This has created, what pair is this? This is $0. This has created a 5-leg sequence. Okay? Now, tip, write this down if you have a notebook. When you have a 5-leg sequence in a market, you measure from origin to 3 to 4 to 5 on your Fibonacci. Okay? So if this is origin here, origin, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? So what does that mean? That means that the symmetry from origin to 3 is about 105 pips, and that is identical from this 4 to 5. Again, and I'm a little off because I can't really see where the candle ends. But right here from 4 to 5, again, look in the middle there, about 105 pips. It's symmetrical. Obviously, my dragging might be a little off, but that is what the tool is for, math. Symmetrical, okay? Right now, we are on the hourly chart for the entry. So what did we do? We elect to short this pair with trend because we have more downside. We have more downside to be made on this 3-swing move. So we're electing to think, what is the smartest place to enter this market? How many of you guys in here have invested at any point in your life and you're always worried about timing the market? Like a lot of people right now, they're trying to avoid, say, putting money into a 401k or an IRA or something like that because they're saying to themselves, well, I think the market's going to crash. What you're trying to do is you're trying to time the market. Timing the market is probably one of the most difficult things you can do in the entire world of investing. It's basically trying to be a fortune teller. With technical analysis, which is a big word, but that's what we're doing right now, we're using the chart patterns to time the market. We're not using fundamentals as much, even though we're taking them into account. And so this is our best shot at timing the market short. So again, to recap, we are looking to short euro dollar, sell limit that is, about 1.1333. I typed those in earlier, with stops at 1.145 and a target of 1.1042. Okay, and that is a sell limit. Let me type that out in the chat. Sell limit. All right. Now, what I want to do now is switch gears a little bit. There's 70 of you guys on here right now, and I want to talk to you about the flip side of what this is. This right here, by a show of hands, you can give me, and it's okay, there's going to be a ton of you. Comment 1 if this went right over your head, absolutely right over your head. You're like, wow, this is cool, but I don't understand it, or I'm new to this. Absolutely right over your head. Comment 1 in the chat. If it's only 2 out of 70 of you, I'm shocked, but okay, there's more of you. What I'm here to tell you is that's okay. What you just saw right now is the exact same information that I saw when I was 18 years old. I'm now 23. Okay. I had no idea what a chart was. I had no idea what Forex trading was. Didn't know investing from a wall. I literally didn't know what it was. Had no money. I thought I was cool because I had $2,000 in my bank account as an 18-year-old. Thought I was really a big hot shot. Didn't realize what the world of money was. Didn't realize, really what money is. And that's when I got introduced to trading Forex. Okay. And a mentor of mine taught me, and I invested a lot of money into learning. Basically everything I had, my entire bank account was depleted literally from bartending every single 2 weeks. And all my tip money was going into learning this craft. Okay. Now, the reason I tell you that is over time, I started to learn how to do it. And that is going to kind of lead to our story tonight, and why I really wanted people on this tonight. Is I started to do this, and for 2 years, I spent a lot of time on this, trading, learning how to make money. And of course, as you start to do this, I started to, talk with friends, and a group of guys, about 10 of us, 4 nights a week would get on what was called a Google Hangout. We'd laugh, we'd have fun, we'd trade together. And as time went on, it kind of emerged that, and I'm not saying this out of any sort of, I'm not saying this out of any sort of cocky way, but out of the group, they all started to look to me. And for whatever reason, I started to kind of catch on to trading a little bit quicker. I don't know what it was. I don't know. It's the way my mind works, I guess. And I had a guy ask me, how much do I charge? And the reason I bring that up is that kind of comes full circle back to the beginning of our talk today. That is the moment I began FFX Academy. The moment I had somebody ask how much I charge. And that business has successfully taught over 2,000 people internationally over the course of the last 3.5, 4 years. And it's been an amazing, I can't even imagine. I still can't even believe that it's a life that I live now. And so the reason that I tell you that is tonight what I wanted to do is present you guys with a new partnership that I have made. As of 3 weeks ago, I officially partnered, completely gave up the website for my company to join something new. Now, obviously, being the fact that I had thousands of clients paying me, you guys would probably have to guess that, yes, it would have to be probably a pretty good deal to move over to a different company, or probably have to align with values of mine really strongly. And tonight, that's what I want to do, is present you guys with a new partnership that I've recently made. And at the end, invite you guys to join a lot of people that are currently in this and make money becoming your own Forex consultant as well, which is what I have done in a long shot, but allow you to do it overnight. Okay. And so I'm going to open up a presentation today, and give me 20 minutes of your time to explain this. And at the end, we will answer questions. Before I do, I want to announce, that FFX Academy has officially partnered with a company called iMarkets Live. And I'm going to share with you tonight about it. And I'm going to share with you why I did that, because it takes a lot for a guy that owns his own company to partner with a different company and give up basically his livelihood. So as a disclaimer, I'm going to talk about Forex consulting now, as well as the products of learning how to trade. And so as I have to give you guys this disclaimer, everything I'm about to say is just an opportunity. There are no guarantees that you're going to make money. And there's going to be certainly groups that'll earn less or earn more. And just so you know, the average person only earns $500 to $2,000 in this. Okay. However, this group, are we average in here? Yes or no? I don't think people in here are average. Okay. So I'm going to introduce you to two of the biggest financial markets in the world right now. The foreign exchange and the crypto market, which is a lot of attention has gone into it, and it's brand new. The foreign exchange is the largest financial market on the planet Earth. Okay. The reason that I got involved with it was I was a broke college student with a part-time job, really had no money. Like I said, I literally had no money. At some points I had maybe max $2,000 in my bank account, at minimum 10, 20 bucks, literally nothing. And I got introduced to how to trade the foreign exchange. Reason I liked it was open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. So I could go to work, go to school, come home at 11 o'clock at night, sit in bed on my laptop, make some money. Okay. And the crypto market is the emerging market. It is a global market of currency. If you haven't heard about it, read into it. Super interesting. And you can trade it without ever owning a digital asset. And it's anticipated real soon to hit that $1 trillion market cap mark, which of course is exceeding what you guys all know as the stock market. So iMarkets Live is going to be a platform that is going to help you learn about these two markets. So before we do that, I want to introduce you to the corporate leadership of this company. And really the only reason behind me joining is because of the man right there in the middle, Christopher Terry. Christopher Terry and myself have been regaining and really just emerging our relationship and friendship over the course of the last 6 months. That man right there has taken this company from zero in 2013 to $200 billion right now. He has over 25 years of experience trading in the foreign exchange and has traded for some of the biggest groups on the planet. Secondly, Isis De La Torre is one of the most well-renowned CFOs on the planet, and there's no secret behind why the company has grown the way it has. Okay? And they're followed by amazing leaders from the network marketing space in Jason Brown. Of course, everybody, I think, knows who Alex Morton is, and Ivan Tapia. Okay? These individuals here have led this company, and what I'm about to show you is the products and the reason that I got involved with the partnership. And then I'm actually going to go even further from a PowerPoint and show you it in real time. Okay? The first thing that I was really entranced by was their academy. Let's go back to what I talked about earlier. If you showed up late, I apologize. But what I talked about earlier is I have spent literally thousands, not exaggerating, tens of thousands of dollars on investment products. How many of you guys have spent money trying to learn how to invest in the stock market, the foreign exchange, real estate, e-commerce, you name it? There's different investment portfolios to try to learn how to do it, different academies, different things. I've spent literally thousands of dollars to do it. And one of the things that stood out for me is that these guys are worth $200 million. And they're offering a product with over 100 educational videos in all the major languages around the world in both Forex and crypto education. Not are they only offering that, but they're offering it with over 100 videos. It's not like a product that's thought of as a second thought. Okay. And so when I looked at this product, it was more volume, more information, more jam-packed than anything that I've personally invested with. Okay. And so this all comes in. You have to think about this from my perspective. I've run a Forex Academy. Okay. My Forex Academy was approaching over $1 million alone in sales over the course of the last 3 years. So it's not like my academy was hurting. It's not like I've ever been hurting. My academy was actually thriving in August as this transition started to be made. And one of the things with it is that my academy couldn't possibly do what this academy could do. They had more people, more connections than I ever will have. And so that was one more thought, right? But the second, this is my favorite part, is the IML TV. Okay. How many of you guys have Sling, cable, DirecTV, satellite? How many of you guys have that? Give me a 1 in the comments if you guys have something like that. You guys familiar with that menu? I'm going to pull out of the PowerPoint if you guys don't mind. You guys familiar with that menu? This is probably the most beautiful thing you're about to see all night. One of the unique things about iMarkets Live, this sold me right here on partnering with my academy, was this platform right here. Imagine having a friend from Spain. Imagine having a friend from Germany, Italy, Greece, of course, the United States, France. Okay? Imagine having a friend that is trying to learn Forex, comes to FFX Academy, and I have to say, I'm sorry, I only teach in English. Obviously, that's the first, I don't have to say any more about that. That's the first reason that I would ever think about, partnering. But second, this is the power. If I say go into English, I think a lot of you guys in here, it's safe to say, have jobs, right? You guys have jobs, some sort of schedule. You're not always free. When you were coming to FFX Academy, you had me 1 time a day, 4 days a week. That was it. If you missed my schedule, you had to watch on replay. If I go into, say, the advanced education room, this is just like a DirecTV menu. 1 educator, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 educators in the advanced section alone, teaching 7 days a week. Okay? Now, a lot of people could look through this, right? Click through, find who's live. A lot of beginner trader, a lot of beginner educators. I don't have to go through all this for the sake of time. You get the gist. There's a lot of live rooms. Imagine being surrounded, trading live alongside over 85 professionals 7 days a week. When they say, hey, I'm buying this currency pair, you can too now. What does that do to your learning curve, guys? Well, what they added was, when I was referring to DirecTV, was this live channels button. This blows me away. I can click this right now, and as we're on this live, I can see literally in real time who is live. Oren is live right now. I can click, okay? I can click and I can literally see, hit play.
All right, let's go, let's go, let's go.
He is live right now. He's getting ready to go. His session probably starts at on the hour, which we're 3 minutes past the hour as we're doing this live. He is starting right now. You might like him. So if you miss his sessions, guess what? You have access to all his recordings. Not only his, you have access to everybody else. Forgot to mention this little exciting part that makes me smile behind the camera, even though you can't really see me right now. If you go under Web Analyzer Education, yours truly is one of the corporate master educators on this at 7 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Thursday. So I look forward to trading alongside all of you guys as time goes forward. Okay, so that's the first section that I just want to show you. All right, now moving forward, I want to talk about the pinnacle, the pioneer, the reason that this exists, the harmonic scanner. If you're the type of person that's trying to learn how to become an independently profitable trader, trading alongside people for the rest of your life is obviously not ideal. However, it's going to cut your learning curve, so I highly recommend it because mentors are the reason that I'm here. The harmonic scanner is going to take things a step further. What the harmonic scanner does is it shows you exactly where you should be buying and where you should be selling the market via technology. Okay, so what I'm about to do is I'm about to load up the harmonic scanner. How many of you guys want to see it? Give me a 1 in the comments. This is an algorithm that is going to show you guys exactly where you should be trading any given currency in the market. So give me 1 minute to load it up. This technology is all web-based, meaning your cell phone, tablet, laptop, desktop, all available. This is what's called the harmonic scanner. What the harmonic scanner does is it allows us to look at pairs on a short-term haul. We can scan it on a short-term time frame or a long-term time frame. So I'm a long-term guy, I'll hit this. These are all the pairs that are currently trading. Okay, let's go to, say, Euro New Zealand. We were talking about it earlier. This is an example of a Euro New Zealand trade setup that it called last week. Okay, these are your entry points. It's going to tell you, and it's going to give you a zone that it is going to recommend to enter in. It is going to tell you where to put your stop loss. It is going to tell you where to put your take profit points. How many of you guys think this is foolproof? It's going to tell you what to do. As long as you know how to hit the word buy and hit that button, you can do it. So it said buy it right here. The market came down right to that point, and guess what it did? If you bought, boom, 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 up, up, and away. Again, we're talking about learning curves tonight. What does that do for your learning curve? Overnight, you become at least a halfway independent trader, because now you don't need to listen to somebody. You have a tool that's going to help you at least get in the right place. Because if I open up, say, TradingView real quick, and if I were to open this up and I were to go to Euro New Zealand, how many of you guys honestly, if I were to open this up right now and just see a blank chart, how many of you guys honestly right now know what to do? Yes or no? You know what to do. Obviously, there's advanced traders in this room on this call right now, but how many of you guys know what to do right now? Some of you will say yes. Some of you say no. However, for those of you guys that wouldn't know what to do right now, when you hop on this, would you agree that that makes it a lot easier to know what direction to trade in? If it's saying literally buy it right here. If I go real time, we can go short term, scan it, New Zealand CAD, okay? Literally right now, sell New Zealand CAD. It's telling us to do that. What is that doing? That's shrinking the learning curve from my learning curve, which here we are in 13 to 19, and it's shrinking your learning curve to literally 2019. Fast tracking your ability to make money. So that's the second product. I realize I'm blowing through these, and you guys will have time to mess with them later. I'm blowing through these fast, but that's the second product I want to talk about, okay? Now, moving forward, we also have a unique situation with the IML marketplace, and I'm not going to be able to go through every last one of these. However, I'm going to be able to show you a lot of them. The IML marketplace allows you to get access to all these different algorithmic trading technologies, okay? Swipecoin is an example of people that want to trade crypto. A signal will be sent to you to buy a certain crypto. Gold Cup is able to trade currency and indexes, okay? Level scanner is going to show you the levels of the market. High frequency trading is going to be in and out, in and out, in and out. Swipe trades is literally professional traders. It's telling you what to do directly to your phone. It's going to pop up as a notification. It'll say, hey, Terry, Steven, Andrew, Sal, Taylor, whoever you are, buy euro-dollar right now, sell euro-dollar right now, whatever the case may be. Pivots is very similar to levels, where it's going to show you what levels the market's going off of. Bounce back is the same, and the all said golden tool, the web analyzer. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Okay, sorry about the sirens in the background. All right, so let's go back into what that looks like. Uniquely part of this, everything is web integrated. So this is what's called the web analyzer. The web analyzer will constantly be telling you what to do on the left side at all times. Okay, so if I go over here, I'm a long-term trader. I'll check off some of these time frames here. I'll add the 1 hour. I can scroll through, and it tells me at all times what I should be trading. You see this right here on the left side, what I'm talking about, these colors? All right. Reason this is important for us is because, again, this cuts the learning curve. You have the ability to check out a lot of different trades and trade ideas. It's going to tell you to do something all day, every day. Okay. US 30. And you notice when I'm clicking it, it's going right to the chart to analyze. Okay. Amazing technology. Again, you can't find this anywhere else. Moving forward here, let's talk about, say, Gold Cup. Again, web integrated. If I want to trade the US 30, I can. I can go right here, and I can take a look, you know, at the Gold Cup different strategies. So let me reload real quick, okay? Right? And you can trade alongside the Gold Cup live room traders. Again, I'm not going to go through every last detail in all these, but these are all examples, pivots, bounce back. They all are similar. And again, I think you guys should be should be excited about the fact that this is all what? Web-based. Why is that important? You don't have to download 15 different technologies. You literally can go on laptop, cell phone, whatever. You can click and you have it at your fingertips. Okay? So these are all different strategies, right? And every single situation is going to be brought to you. And you can see that it's telling you what to do. So what you're able to do is you're able to pick and choose and say, what type of person am I? And what I mean by that is, are you going to trade short-term or long-term? Are you going to trade fast or slow? What is your time like? Do you have to go to work every day or not? If that's the case, then when you're working versus when you're not working is going to definitely differentiate what sort of trades you're going to take. Okay? Good news is, if you work all day or work graveyards, whatever the case may be, you can always go to iMarkets Live TV and you can check out their schedule. Say you're a beginner. All right, I'm a beginner. As I'm trading on this, what day is it, Monday? Yeah, Monday. I can go and I can say, all right, at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, I have a Forex 101 session. At 12 a.m. Eastern, I can go trade with Mike Miles on some basics. Okay? And in the morning, if I want to, I can, if I'm not available at night, I can trade on this one. And at any given time, I can watch the recordings. Okay? So we're talking about the learning curve, right? And that's what's important to you guys. That's what should be important. You know, my first, what happened, some of my first investments, I spent about $3,000 in total in a month to learn how to trade Forex, okay? About $3,000. And at the time, you know, when you have literally $3,000, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. This is a, you know, an opportunity to get started in trading, but it takes a lot of money. And what iMarkets Live recently did was develop this platform. How many of you guys think that this platform is, you know, a pretty tremendously well-built, well-rounded platform? To me, I was absolutely blown away. Give me a 1 if you're impressed with what you see there. Give me a 1 in the chat if you're impressed with that. I was absolutely blown away with what I saw. Okay? And when I saw this price and what they were selling it for customers, I'm going to give you an example in a minute. When I saw this price, I was blown away. What I charged my customers at FFX Academy was a $200 to $250 to $300 around there upfront charge. And what they got was they got 1 live room a day, 4 days a week. So 4 hours a week, 16 hours a month. They had to pay about $200 a month. Okay. Tons of people willing to pay that with the value that I could provide. Obviously now I'm a live room agent here. Guess what they charge for 85 educators and over 300 live rooms a month, over 1,000 hours of new content. Guess what they charge? Less than I did. $225 and $325. Okay, $225 is getting you access to all of those people, and the academy, and the harmonic scanner we talked about, and the night owl sessions, which is weekly trading sessions with the CEO of the company, Chris Terry, and the Pip Talk. We didn't even go into that, but that's a chat room with there's 90,000 customers in this, guys. This is not brand new. 90,000 people that are trading together. Or for just an extra couple, or just an extra $100, just don't go to Starbucks all week. You get access to not only that, but the web analyzer that we talked about, Gold Cup we talked about, swipe coin, swipe trades, high frequency, levels, pivots, and bounce back. Okay. If you don't like those, then they have alternative options for high frequency or for digital currency trading. Okay. One of the unique things about this company is that you can pick and choose as well. Say you like one of these ones better. Or say you like the platinum. A lot of people do this. Say, hey, I like the platinum, but I like the web analyzer. Unique part about it is they let you add on for a small additional fee. They just let you add it on. Okay. So I'm sure I'm starting to paint this picture why I thought this was a no-brainer to partner with iMarkets Live from FFX Academy. No brainer. There's no company on the planet that does what this company does. Okay? What I didn't do, however, was what I'm about to talk to you about next. And what I'm going to swipe trades is just as simple as a professional trader is literally sending you a buy or sell order right to your phone. It's not a technology, it's a person. They're saying, hey, buy it now or sell it now. And it's as simple as pressing a button and you can execute it. It's off of an app. Okay. What I'm about to show you guys is what changed the game for me. I wanted accessibility to everybody. How many of you guys in here have at least a handful of friends? What I just showed you was up front. Monthly is lower. I'm not going to be doing swipe trades, no. Okay, so only Steven has a handful of friends. The rest of you guys are loners. Sounds good. So Steven, you have a handful of friends, friends, okay? What they added was, you're not running a business. When you're a customer, you like it, you're going to get an access as a customer to a unique referral code. If 2 people see this right now, 2 people get access to what we just talked about, 2 people, you get free access waived to iMarkets Live. Free access. Nobody does that. Everybody's always like, you know what, you gotta do this, this, and that, or there's just none at all. So 2 people, and you get access for free, right? Now moving forward, guess what's unique? If you want to, you can do what I've done over the course of the last 4 years. Now, obviously, income is completely different for everybody. This is now what's called the business side, becoming your own business owner. For the last 3.5 years, I've been very blessed to own FFX Academy, which is essentially exactly what you're doing here. You guys are becoming a Forex consultant. At the age of 19 years old, I made my first, what was it? Well, I don't know how much. In the age of 19, my first year, I didn't do too well, but I made at the age of 19 a couple $100,000 that year, owning my own consulting company. How many of you guys would like access to own your own consulting company? The unique part about it was it didn't cost me a site, but it cost me over $1,000 a month to run my own consulting company with FFX Academy. It cost me over $1,000 a month for hosting, the email lists, the video provider for the replays, as well as the text message signals. Okay? For $15, you can become your own business owner. $15, you heard it right, less than the cost of dinner. $15. And so this next part is completely optional. You can become just a customer, so be it, and learn how to trade, which is what exactly changed my entire life. But it's no secret that I've made some money in the consulting space too. And I think I provide a unique insight over how to run a consulting company, especially for those of you guys that have access to me in this room. So I'm about to show you what you get paid, the compensation side. How many of you guys want to get paid? Type get paid in the comments. How many of you guys want to know how to get paid and how much you get paid? So first things first is you're going to get paid upfront money. Oh, went backwards. You're going to pay upfront money. Each package is different. We had the Platinum Elite and we had the Platinum. The Platinum Elite on the right side, this was $325. The Platinum on the left, that was $225. For every person that you refer directly with your link on Platinum, they're going to give you $35. For every person that you refer with your link on Platinum Elite, they're going to send you $50. Okay? Now, they don't end there. Once you have that, you have an organization. So I'm going to pick out my girlfriends on this call. Shout out to Taylor. I'm going to pick out Taylor. Congrats to Taylor, who's already making, I think, almost $1,000 a month within the first 72 hours of this business. But I'm going to shout out Taylor real quick. Taylor referred 6 or 7 people yesterday. So first of all, we can do the math on that. Calculator, we'll say the low side, 7 people times $35. Congrats, Taylor made $245 yesterday. However, those 7 people, anybody that they refer from now until infinity will pay Taylor $10. So say Taylor's got a killer under her that refers 100 people in the next 2 months. Do the math on that. Do the math on that. And then anybody below that, do the math on that. It becomes a lot more lucrative. Okay. However, has anybody caught the loop here? Who thinks business like me? When I first saw this slide kind of pissed me off. I'm just being real. You mean to tell me that the company's charging $325 and I'm only getting $50? Did anybody think that? That's what I thought the first time I saw this. Did that go through anybody else's head? $325 and I'm only getting $50? Well, that went through my head. I was like, I'm worth more than that. That's not the end of it. What happens is you're allowed to build your consulting organization. This is where I get excited because we can truly help people become financially independent. I was on the phone today with a gentleman named Austin Godsey. Now, there's no, of course, guarantees in income. Austin Godsey is a guy that is amazing at building an organization. Austin Godsey is currently a Chairman 100 in the company. He's making $25,000 a week. That's $100,000 a month. Okay. Austin Godsey has built an organization of 5,000 people. Also on the phone today, I talked with Brandon Boyd. He's up in Utah. For those of you guys that are in Utah, we were talking for about 30 minutes today, and he is making $12,500 a week, and he is making $50,000 a month. Okay. What this is right here is this is your opportunity to build a organization. Look around you in this room that you're in. Is there family, friends, strangers? What you're on right now is what's called an opportunity call. How many of you guys right now think that if you got involved in this business and Patrick said, I said tomorrow night that I was having another one of these calls the exact same way? How many of you guys think that you could get 5 friends on that call? And how many of you guys think that out of those 5 friends, at least 2 of them would resonate with this opportunity? That is all this business is. It's giving people a chance to make money. Because let's face it, guys, let's look this up. Let's look this up. Let's look at the sad truth. Okay, it's gone up a little bit, but the median household income, we'll round it up, 60 grand in a household. $60,000 a year in a household? Anybody that knows me personally, I think they know that I probably couldn't survive off $60,000 a year. Heck, I spent $7 grand on suits the other day. What you guys need to understand is that you are in front of a different type of thinking. I understand I'm weird. I'm a different type of thinker. I have successfully made a full-time income over $1 million on the internet over the course of the last 4 years. And it's not from a certain skill set, not from looking good, God knows that, not from a talent, God knows that, not from being smart. It's from thinking a little bit different than the next guy. I'm putting myself in an opportunity where this world is shifting. I got a bachelor's degree, guys. Guess what? I looked up. They were going to pay me about $30,000 to start a year. $30,000? Are you kidding me? This day and age, my rent right now is $2 grand a month. That's $2,400 a year. I can't survive on that. A lot of people are just getting by. They're looking for something different. For literally under the cost of a college textbook, they have a chance of a multi-million-dollar business. That's very rare. And so this is the end of the call. What I want to do is what I do with everybody. First of all, whoever invited you, if it was me or if it was another guy, right after this call, get back to them. But what I want you to do in the chat right now is there's 3 types of people in this room right now, and I want you to put your number, okay? There's 3 types of people, okay? If you are all in, you're saying, I want to partner with FFX, I want to partner with iMarkets Live, which, by the way, a little added bonus I forgot to mention, this little, I wait till the end when the people that really want in are in here. I saw there's about 70 people on. We only got 53. We dropped to 20 that I don't really care about anyway. For anybody that joins with me, they get access to all of FFX Academy, all of my training that I've ever made for the last 4 years. that I charge thousands for at no charge tonight. Okay, so there's 3 types of people. Person number 1 is a person that says, hey, I'm ready to get going right now. How do I sign up? Person number 2 says, I'm ready to get going, but I got a question. And person number 3 says, Patrick, pound sand, I'm never going to make money. So what I want you to do is type in 1 for either I'm all in, 2 for I have a question, or 3 for pound sand. Do it right now. 1, 2, or 3. And whatever you are, that's fine. Text that to the person that invited you tonight. Whoever invited you tonight, don't text me, don't message me, message the person. Everybody that is on this call has a person that invited them to this call tonight. So if I invited you, text me 1. If so-and-so invited you, text him 1 or 2 or 3. If you are interested in joining, text me right now or text the person. And finally, if you're interested in trading by my side 4 days a week, knowing exactly what currency pairs I'm trading, then you have to be part of iMarkets Live to do that. Okay? Dennis, I'll answer that at a later time. Just text me. Okay? So with that said, how many of you guys have my number? Who needs my number? Obviously, if somebody else invited you, please go to them. Don't go to me. But if you don't have my number, I want you to text right now your name. We already talked about the price. I want you to text your name and the number that you are to my number right now. If, of course, you're coming with me. If somebody else invited you, please, dear God, do not text me, because somebody else put hard work and effort to reach out to you, and they need credit for that if you enjoy this opportunity. What you got to understand is you're not getting any less value of them inviting you or me. The reason I say that is if they invited you, you're getting the same exact things. I'll give you the course for free if they invited you as well. As long as you're in iMarkets Live, you'll get it. Understood? So text me right now your name and 1. By the way, the faster you do this, the higher up on the compensation plan, because what I forgot to mention is this number here is not direct. What I mean by that is if you're saying, dear God, Patrick, I have to personally enroll with my link 500 people to get to Chairman 10, that is not the case. How this business works is if you enroll personally, say 5 people, and those 5 people blow your business up to 75 people, you only enrolled 5. 70 were enrolled by other people. You're already making $2,000 a month. Rich, you're texting me right now. Okay? So the last point, commit and figure it out later. I say this to people all the time. I say this in life. People always say, oh, I would have done that for you. If you would have done that, you would have done that. I would have signed up. Oh, I was planning on signing. You're going to sign up or you're not. It's today or not. Understood? Guess what? It's not going to change over the next week. All that's going to change is the fact that if you sign up tonight, guess what happens? Everybody who signs up on the next webinar is now under you, counting towards your subscribers. Guess what does that do to your income? Does that increase it or decrease it? Increase it. So you have a chance to get ahead of the wave. You have a chance to get ahead of what's coming. Okay? So if you got value tonight, please shoot me. Please do not put your number. I won't text you. Shoot 1-406 if you're coming for me. If you're going for anybody else, please do not. And by the way, if you referred somebody here, text them after this, because I don't, again, you guys know what I'm saying. I don't want to intrude or anything like that. That is your organization. Again, welcome to the world of owning your own Forex consulting business for literally the cost of a college textbook. I wish that this existed, or I knew about this when I first started FFX Academy, because it would have made it a lot cheaper, a lot better, and it would have made a hell of a lot more money. Heck, it wouldn't have been $200,000 a year. It would have been a few million a year. It would have been a lot different trajectory. But hell, I'm here now and I'm excited about it. So with that said, text 406-533-5515. I've already got 17 texts, guys. If you haven't texted me yet, guess what? Congrats. You're already below 17 people. You see what the matter of 5 minutes happens, and the next 10 minutes, congrats, you're under another 30 people. Timing is everything. With that said, this has been Patrick Kenny. Again, super excited about it. Thank you guys so much for your time. I appreciate it so much. Get back to the person, to the person that invited you here, and we will talk ASAP. All right. So I'm going to get back to these texts. I'm going to call some of you guys. I'm going to get to notice some of you guys, and I'm excited about it. All right. So get that, get that mindset going, get that game plan running. Finally, did anybody get any value from the beginning of the trading? Did that make sense? 1 out of 10, 1 meaning I'm never coming back to this, 10 meaning this was awesome value. Give me a rating tonight. Let me know. I will be doing more of these, by the way. So if you are a person that is deciding, hey, I want to join and I want to start a business with you, guess what? Anybody that you bring to these opportunity calls is going to hear a very similar message, get very similar value, and give you a chance to make money. I don't require you to go out and do these. I'll do it myself. I'll put literally every ounce of work on your back. Anybody that knows me knows I'm a freak. I'll work 15, 20, I don't care what it is, hours a day to make sure that we all win. And I say this with as straight of face, most humble way possible. I don't lose in business, period. Never have, never will. Whose side are you going to be on? Good night, and God bless.